Hey Santa Sue, I'm Nick Spittler.
And I'm Jasmine Huerta. Have you done your registration yet?
Yeah, why?
Because they were talking about the Biliteracy Seal, and I've never heard of that.
Me either.
I bet we could talk to Madam Mortine and Miss Dennard about it.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's ask him.
Welcome back, Santa Susanna. We're here in Studio A, and I'm Noah Ehrman with my fellow co-host, Mia Tobar. And we've got this new thing called the State Seal of Biliteracy. I've actually never even heard about this before.
I've heard about it a little myself, but I don't really know much about it.
Well, lucky us, we actually have Madame and Mrs. Dennert here with us. What is the State Seal of Biliteracy? Is there like a general way you can explain it to us?
Sure. So the State Seal of Biliteracy is a way for students to be recognized for having a high level of proficiency in both English and a second language.
Oh, what could this State Seal of Biliteracy do for you in the future?
That's such a great question. I always tell my students, and really anybody, that knowing another language is a superpower. So, knowing another language opens up communication with millions of people. So knowing a second language fluently opens up literally millions of doors and millions of new opportunities.
That's so cool.
That's amazing. We have multiple languages. Like, I know, what language do you take again?
I'm taking French.
Yeah, so we, like most people at our school, take different languages. And I was curious on whether, can I get multiple seals?
You sure can. So you can show proficiency in English and Spanish, English and French, and we are looking into opportunities for our ASL students to be able to show that as well.
Mm-hmm. What are the requirements for getting the seal?
So for getting the seal, you first have to show proficiency in English, and there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can either have a 3.0 GPA in all of your English coursework, or you could pass an AP test in English, or you could get standards met or above on the CASP. And then in the second language, you either need to show 4 years of coursework in that language and show oral proficiency, or you could have passed the AP Spanish or AP French test, or the ACTFL possibly for ASL students.
So for students like me who English was not my first language, how would that look like for me in order for me to get the seal?
So that depends on what your LPAC, when you came into the district, if you took the LPAC test and you are still designated EL, you would have to pass the LPAC test with a 4 to show proficiency in English, in addition to either passing the CASP, getting a 3.0, the other English requirements that are required for other students as well.
So you're kind of required to pass the LPAC test in order if you want to get the seal?
For English language students, yes. Just so because it's biliterate, so saying 2. So it has to be English and then your second language. But for EL students, obviously, English is their sort of second language, so they have to show proficiency in English, but also show literacy in their actual main language.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming here, and I'm so glad you guys were able to inform us, and hopefully everyone else that watches this.
Wow, I didn't realize how important the Biliteracy Seal really is.
No, I bet we have a lot of students that really qualify for this.
I'm sure we do. Did you also see the new AP classes Mr. Timmons is offering?
I did. I was looking through those. I don't really understand them much, though.
Well, we have Mr. Timmons coming in right now to talk about them. Let's go listen in.
Hi everyone, I'm Chloe Tsauturian, and I'm here with one of our teachers, Mr. Timmons. So I hear you have a new class coming in the fall. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, the new class in the fall is going to be AP networking. While cybersecurity focuses on how we secure networks, networking is like, well, what is a network, essentially? So it goes into the nitty-gritty of how do we get computers and devices to talk to one another, and there's a little bit in how we secure that communication as well, but the focus is on the infrastructure and the technologies that allow that to happen. Have you ever had an experience where you're using the internet and then it just decides it doesn't want to work anymore?
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of the time that happens.
So that's kind of what the networking course is all about, right? There's going to be, how do we troubleshoot? What happens when the internet doesn't work anymore, right? What are some of the troubleshooting steps that we can do to fix it kind of in real time, right? So it's not just about the infrastructure that causes this whole thing that we call the internet, which is a crazy technology when you think about it, that allows us to have instantaneous communication across the globe. But when that doesn't work, what do? And that's kind of what the course explores, like how do we fix it, right? And if you can fix people's internet problems, you're gonna be set. You're gonna be set.
Wow, I might have to check those out later on.
Absolutely. Those classes sound very interesting. Well, that's all for today, Santa Sue. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at SSHS Broadcast. We'll see you next time.